podcast 2. We have
Jason
Guck here with us.
He's going to be talking a little bit about the value of content creation when it comes to PR crisis or anything like that, and just kind of some of the things and strategies that you can use, and some of the pre-strategies that you should be using, just in case anything does happen, because ultimately something's going to happen to everybody. Everybody goes through ups and downs, and that's what it is. And then,
especially in business.
And then after that, we're going to be diving into some fun stuff that he's been working on currently with cryptocurrency. So I guess the first thing that we wanted to address is just, some of the content and things, some of the strategies that go into essentially promoting yourself just from day to day before anything happens, and
or SEO and things of that nature.
Yeah, SEOs and things of that nature, so that
when something does go wrong in business and someone searches your name, you'll have some stuff out there that you're in control of, and not letting the media go crazy on your name.
Right.
So we can let Jason introduce himself.
Yeah, well, first of all, thanks for having me. And, certainly, I don't know if I'm an expert on this subject, far from an expert, but I've definitely learned a lot through some personal experiences for myself over the last 6 months. One of my partners told me, or I don't know if it was one of my partners, somebody in a business group said, have you been sued yet? And I said, no. And he goes, well, you're not in business until you've been sued.
Right.
And I didn't really know what that meant. And, certainly now at this point, I've been sued multiple times. I believe the more successful your business becomes, more people are coming after you, right. Ambulance chasers, whatever it may be, you certainly will be sued at some point in your career owning a business. So you can just count on that. And
for us.
Yeah.
And nobody, nobody.
We're not a real business yet. Come on,
Nobody wants it to happen, but and again, when he said it to me, and I'm just sitting there like, why am I going to get sued? Nobody wants it to happen, but pretty much you can just count on, again, the more success you have, ultimately at some point you will be sued. So, my one advice is make sure you have good attorneys, because you definitely have good attorneys when you get sued, or have some insurance policies where you actually can have legal defend you with insurance. It definitely worked out great for us in a lot of capacities. But the other thing is when you get sued, there's also articles that are written, and that becomes negative publicity around your name. And, so people Google search your name, things come up that maybe don't represent who you are, or it becomes, the first thing I believe, what do you do when you meet somebody? Oh, my name's such and such. They get a business card, you Google them. Right? You don't Yahoo them, you don't Microsoft Bing them, you Google them.
So SEO is huge.
So when you Google somebody's name and you believe what the internet says, this, and this, whatever. So the one thing I've definitely learned, and I thought I was doing this, but I really wasn't doing it to the level it should have been being done, is branding yourself. And people say, like, I have a website, jasonguck.com. I didn't really use it. I just bought the domain because I didn't want anybody else to buy it. And that was foolish of me, but I only know now through experience.
Good thing you bought it, though.
Right, so I had it, but now I know through experience that even if you don't feel like, you may feel it's egotistical, or I don't need my name with a website.
Or you don't even have a company.
Right, but what you do is you can put the content out there that you want representing your name, which maybe it's charity work, maybe it's donating, maybe it's your family, maybe it's pets, whatever whatever you're about, you can put that on your website, and you can blog about it. You can write little 100, 200 word blogs once a month with your website name.com, and that's what becomes relevant when people search your name, because that will come up. And you may be saying, well, I don't need this. Well, I didn't think I needed it either. So here I am 22 years into business, and everything I represent is about doing good for people. The only way I ever made money was by helping other people make money, and that's because I'm involved in direct sales. And that's the way direct sales works. The more you help other people get what they want, the more you get what you want. So when I started my company, 5 Links, it was really all around, our whole model was representatives come first. The more we help people, the more the company succeeds. Truly win-win. And we're doing everything right, focusing on other people's success, and people had tremendous success with 5 Links. So, I had a Facebook fan page, I had like 15,000 followers, and again, I had people that worked for me as employees that would post content for me, but it wasn't enough because once something negative comes out, that overshadows everything and all the good I did for 22 years, and it's something I have no control over.
Right.
Something you may have no control over. So what I would encourage you to do, just through my experience, is I don't care if it's $100 a month, $500 a month, whatever you can afford, or personal time, whatever you can afford to put in to your own reputation management. And what I mean by that is your online presence. Could be LinkedIn, could be Facebook, Instagram, but also your own personal webpage. Yeah. And there's tools out there now that I've learned that can help you get ahead of this and keep your name the way you want it to be portrayed and perceived when other people Google it.
Especially YouTube,
which could be cool too, because if you have all this content out there, if something negative does happen, then you can use it to your positive benefit as well too, because you already have so much.
It's not even just like using it for a benefit. If it's facts, it's facts. You know what I mean? Like getting it, just having some sort of control over the information that's out there on the web is powerful. As soon as someone puts something on the internet, that's going to be and your name's in it, that's going to come up first when they search, because those people hired someone to SEO their website really well. You know what I mean? So if you're not in control of your own information, like
either they hired somebody or it's news. And news, as Donald Trump says, fake news out there. There could be fake news that you can't control. Or again, what doesn't represent who you are, but you look at papers like the USA Today or an article or a news, they have what they call link juice. They have a lot of followers, a lot of links, somebody clicks on it, and what happens is it has so much power behind it, it immediately goes to the top. So the minute a lawsuit comes out or something negative comes out about you and it's posted in a paper or on the news, that's going to shoot up to the top. Yeah. But you can do things to be proactive and be in front of that. Whether you think you're going to need it or not, I'm going to encourage you need it.
So what are some of the things that you did?
You can use Google Alerts. Well, that's a good way. That's one of the things that we do for
about
your
name,
social media clients, for Google Alerts,
certainly,
about your name or about your company. Just to make sure that you're on top of everything that's published via the news.
Yeah, certainly Google Alerts. But Google Alerts, again, could be too late. And again, you want to be ahead of that before anything gets published about your name. Right. So that means people that don't want to be on social media, they don't want Facebook. Well, just make Facebook about business. Right. About who you are. You don't got to have a bunch of friends, and you don't got to post a bunch of your family pics if you don't want to. I have some business associates, they don't want to be on Facebook. Well, I can tell you, Facebook is powerful. When you look at my name, my Facebook page is my number one. It's number one because there's a lot of link juice behind it. So whether you want to put your family on there or you want to just make it for business, Facebook is powerful. LinkedIn is powerful. Your own personal website is powerful. It costs you $10 a year to own your domain. Yeah. So you should own your own domain for your name. And again, blogging about who you are, what you represent, what you believe in, whatever it may be, but spending either personal time or hiring a company that does reputation management and spending a couple $100 a month just to constantly put out good content that you want to represent your name when it's searched.
Which is something we do.
Because what can happen, what can happen seriously is if what happened to me is where I thought I was doing all this stuff, but I really wasn't, and as soon as something negative came out, it wasn't that it came out negative at one story. That one story gets published on 3-4 different news stations, 3-4 different papers, and now all top 10 searches are all negative. It's all what you don't want. So then what happened is I went into crisis management. And guess what happens under crisis management? Now what you could have been spending $200 or $300 a month, now it's going to cost you $5,000 a month.
Flooding with content.
Now companies that do reputation management tell you, I can fix this for you, $5,000 a month, and it's going to take 3 to 6 months. Right. So now you're looking at $30,000 to fix, content about your name versus, a small investment of maybe $1,200 to $2,400 a year or a little bit of time. Yeah. Where you can constantly just keep managing and dripping good content about your name.
Power of content.
Absolutely.
And there's tools, again, if you want to spend your own time, there's tools out there that you can Google on reputation management. Or, for me, when you're really busy, I'd rather pay somebody a few $100s a month, $200, $300, $500 a month, just to make sure, and they're searching my name, and they're seeing what the top 10 results, top 20 results. And on Google, if you really can control the first 2 pages, you're pretty good.
Yeah,
people really don't go past the second page.
No one's going to really go past the second. But that's why, especially like me and Alan kind of push the whole content monster thing. Right. It sounds goofy and it's a little bit funny, but at the same time, it's super important because having always putting content up is important. It's going to help you in the long run. Digital animal freaking folks.